Saturday, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to another vlog. I'm just bringing you guys along this weekend because why not? I just got out of a spin class at Ride in like the West University Bel Air area. One of my friends from work has been wanting me to go with her and try it out. So I just did it this morning and this was my first spin class, literally I think since summer or fall of 2023, I want to say, which is absolutely crazy that it's been almost 2 years since I've gone to a spin class. But the spin studio I always used to go to, if you've been a long time viewer, it closed down a while ago, so that's why I haven't really gone to spin, but it felt good to get some cardio in. I always feel so energized and rejuvenated after cardio. But with being in this area, I want to get a coffee from somewhere I don't usually go to, and I'm gonna take one home to Griffin. I can't decide if I want to do Grinders over here, which I've had once, and it was actually like the first or second weekend we were here in Houston. It was the first coffee shop I tried back in 2021 when we moved here, but I don't know if I want to go there. But they don't really have good parking, so I'm probably not going to go there because dealing with that on a Saturday morning at 9:45 is not going to be fun. So I think I'm going to go to Way Good, which I actually tried in November with my same friend that I just did spin with actually, but I had a seasonal drink when I went and I kind of just want to try. They have a sea salt vanilla drink and that's like, I don't know, that just sounds really good. So I'm gonna try that, but it's super cold and rainy and we're gonna take the coffee back to Griffin, and I wanna go to the bookstore because I have a Visa gift card and I already know I wanna spend it on books. It's like 25 or 50 bucks, I think. There's a few books I have my eye on that I've kind of been thinking about getting for a while, so I want to go check that out and support my local bookstore if I can. But also I think I might stop in the Barnes & Noble because it closed down for a while because it was getting remodeled and it's reopened now. So I want to go see the remodeled, reopened version and just check it out. We have so much laundry to catch up on because this past week at work, it was just crazy. I was working late most nights. I had the log back on the work most nights this week when I got home from work. So I just didn't get any laundry done really. I need to finish editing my video for Monday and I need to film a brand integration this weekend. Tomorrow I kind of just want to have like a fully horizontal day and not do literally anything. I'm gonna have to pick up groceries at some point, but as of right now that is my plan. So let's have a weekend, recharge, because I think these next few weeks at work are going to be insane. So I really need to just like rest and prepare myself, because if I already feel this tired just from this past week, and I know that like the heaviest of weeks is to come, your girl needs to rest a lot. So this is gonna be a very probably chill vlog. I love having closet doors behind me now. This just looks so much better with filming too. Oh my gosh. I wanted to show y'all what I got today while I was out. First I went to Blue Willow and I picked up Good Material by Dolly Alderton. My friend Julia read this and she's like one of my, probably my only in real life friend or family member that appreciates litfic the way I do. And she gave this book 5 stars or 4.5 stars and I want to read it because she said it was really good. And I wanted to have some more physical copies of litfic. I think my favorite books to get physical copies for is litfic because they're typically like a good length. I don't like reading super long books in physical form just because I don't read physical books unless it's like during the day, which is usually only on the weekends. Most of the time I read on my Kindle, which is at night in my bed. So I don't like to have like these really long books because I know they'll take way longer for me to finish if I'm reading the physical copy of them, if that makes sense. I like having litfic in physical form, and usually litfic affects me the most and I feel it the most. So I like having my physical books be books that like really impact me, I guess. This was the book I got for myself. I was going to get Magnolia Parks, but they didn't have it at Blue Willow, and then I was gonna get it at Barnes & Noble and they did have it, but I don't like the new covers that have like the shoes on them. I went into the Hallmark store because I wanted to see if they had one, a Jellycat that I could get to put on my desk at work. They didn't have one I wanted. They had the little raindrop, which I loved, but I was like, this might be a little depressing. Like, it's really cute because it has a smiley face, but I was like,
I don't know if I want the raindrop on my desk. That's one I would want like at home in my room or something. And I'm not like trying to collect them. I literally just want one on my desk to like cheer me up at work. I haven't been to a Hallmark store in literally forever. And the one I went to is huge. The one I grew up going to in like my mall in Panama City was tiny and dark and crammed and cluttered. And this one was like totally different vibes. But I got my mom this precious Snoopy card because she loves Snoopy and the Peanuts like literally so much. It's her favorite thing. $9 card though, which is crazy, but it's really cute because it has like 1950s Snoopy, 1960s, 1970s, and 1980s. I think she'll love this. I'm gonna write her like a really sweet note in here. For her birthday, I was gonna try and surprise her with a visit, or my brother and I were going to try and do that. My dad's birthday is 3 weeks after hers, so we were gonna try to like surprise them, but there's no way I could do it with work, and also the flights to go home to Panama City right now are $1,000 plus a person because of spring break, which honestly, normally I would spend that if it meant like being able to spend time with my family, but only being able to go for like 2 days, I was like, that's kind of crazy. And also we have to buy so many flights for weddings and bachelorette trips and Griffin going on groomsmen trips and stuff. So we have way too much we need to spend on flights already as is, and just spent like $1,500 on flights for a wedding. So all that being said, I want my mom's gift to be very thoughtful, and I'm gonna get a little box together right now and mail some stuff to her. I also got her this little blessings from Peanuts, thoughts on faith to make you smile. I just thought she would love this because once again, it's Peanuts, which she loves, and then just her faith and everything. I thought she would like it. It's kind of like comic book style, so I thought she would enjoy that. Maybe just like have it in her classroom because she's a teacher. New Barnes & Noble is so nice. It was packed and it felt so good to go into the bookstore Blue Willow this morning and there'd be a ton of people in there, and go in Barnes & Noble and a ton of people be in there. I just like love seeing people in bookstores again, I guess. And I don't know, it was nice getting to see the new Barnes. I had been in it before it was remodeled too, so it was just crazy to see how much space was really in there because it didn't feel that big before, but I think the way they redesigned it, it just feels bigger. But I got my mom the special edition Nightingale. She hasn't read any Kristen Hanna and she doesn't read historical fiction, but she's mentioned that she would like to read this, but I know she won't buy it herself, and I know she won't pick it up and read it unless like it's given to her. You know, if I get it for her, she's gonna read it. I think she'll really enjoy it, and this edition is just absolutely freaking stunning. I'm gonna put all of her stuff in a box, and I also have to ship out my TikTok and Instagram giveaway that I did recently. I think the place I go to ship stuff closes at 3. I really don't want to go back out. I wish I would have remembered to do all this before I left earlier, but didn't think about it. I have all the giveaway stuff together already. I just need to tape it up, and I'm gonna get my mom's little gift together, go ship everything out, and then I've got to come back home and film, shower, all that stuff. I need to reorganize our closet because the people who came and put the doors on and redid our trim painting just kind of threw everything. They didn't throw everything. They put everything back in there nicely, but it's on wrong sides basically. So, which is fine, but some things are just kind of like out of place and don't functionally work. So we're gonna get it back to the way it was. My work done and my filming done and showered, washed my hair, all that good stuff. It is almost 7 o'clock though, and I just ran and picked up some to-go food from Dish Society. This is their crispy chicken, kale, Caesar salad. It has like roasted chickpeas and stuff in it, and it's really yummy. I'm gonna eat this, and I have strawberry vanilla Olipop, which I'm gonna try this again because this was one of the first flavors I ever tried from Olipop years ago, and I didn't like it, but I love literally like all of their other flavors. And this is Griffin's favorite flavor, which I just find weird that we like different flavors, so I wanna try this one again now that I drink Olipop all the time, because I think there is just like this underlying taste that's kind of acquired with Olipops, and I feel like I just wasn't used to it when I first tried it. So I want to try it again. Okay, wait, that is really good. And it's better than I remember, but it's still not my favorite. I'm still such a cream soda girl. I exported my What I Read in a Week video that's going up this week, so I think I'm gonna make the thumbnail for that and get it ready to upload. And I don't know if I'll upload it tomorrow or Monday. Probably Monday, just because I have been like a video ahead for the last 2 months, honestly. And I'm not at that point anymore, so I need more time to edit videos in between, and I honestly might not have videos go up for a few weeks because of busy season. So, and I was able to manage it when I was working my last job because I pretty much was remote. I didn't have to commute multiple days a week, and I just have more energy to edit before work and after work because I wasn't commuting. I've really just been doing what I can on the weekends, and then if I don't have like a super busy day at work, then like, yeah, I feel fine editing in the evening. But lately it hasn't been that way. So I got laundry started and I'm gonna try to finish up folding all that tonight. Griffin's out with friends, by the way. That's why he's not here. But I'm gonna try to finish up all the laundry so we don't have to do anything tomorrow. Closet dilemma. I am working on getting clothes put away right now, but I wanted to show you guys kind of the way things look right now from just the way the workers put everything in. Ignore Griffin's pants drying right here, but usually like Griffin's work shirts are up here on this rack, and then down here we had all of the jeans pants hangers like these, and it was kind of like all my pants basically, and then some of his, and then all my like blouses and short sleeve kind of shirts were over here, and then I also had this over here, which is still here, this 4-shelf thing. But then this was hanging over there, which I don't like it right here because it's just like basically on the floor, you know, and I don't love that. But I realized I can actually utilize this shelf because we don't use it normally since Griffin's shirts are hanging over it. But with my clothes over here, I could utilize this shelf for something. I don't know what, but I could have like a basket and put something in it. I don't know, maybe just like a better place to store something that we already have stored somewhere else. And then put all my pants hangers down here next to this, but this just doesn't look good right here. But I think maybe if I move all these pants right here down, this can go up and then this stuff can push in. But then I'd have to reach in to get some of these things, which I don't love the idea of. So I'm gonna play around with it, but I really don't want to do too much moving things around and then like not be happy with it, because then that's just gonna be really exhausting to move a bunch of things around. Good morning, everyone. It's actually getting close to noon. Well, it's 10:45, but it will be noon soon, eventually. I am having myself a morning. I fear this was doctor's orders today, honestly, to just lay in bed and do nothing. My mom had texted me on Friday night and was just like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? And I was just telling her how utterly exhausted I felt and just how I'm anticipating the arrival of like my next busier weeks and how I already felt so exhausted, but then anticipating even busier weeks to come was like just really making me feel even more tired. And I was just telling her I feel like I need to just lay in bed for 48 hours to prepare and also just to recover. I'm getting used to just like this schedule with working extra hours and being in office, because going in office just makes it so much more mentally and physically draining than working just from home. And she was like, you need to go get yourself a coffee from one of your favorite coffee shops and come back home, snuggle with Ella and just read. And I was like, you're so right. Which I didn't do yesterday, because we were talking about that on Friday night, because I knew yesterday I had the spin class planned. And so yesterday, since I was like, since I'm getting up, getting after it, I need to just go ahead and like do all of my typical things that I do on Sunday yesterday, except for picking up groceries. We're gonna do that later today. I woke up at like 7:15 naturally this morning and I was like, absolutely not. And it took me a minute to fall back asleep, but I did fall back asleep till almost 9, so that was nice. And Griffin went and got us some coffee from Slowpokes, and I will say, like, I am somebody who's so independent, and like going to coffee shops is something I normally like to do. Like, I physically like to go and pick it up. I don't care to get out of bed in the morning and go do that because I love the art of going to a coffee shop. But I communicated to Griffin, I was like, look, I don't want to do anything tomorrow morning. I just want to lay in bed. I feel like I need it. and just let myself like rot, and he went and got us coffee. So, and he made us little egg sandwiches on English muffins for breakfast, and they were so good. But I've read some of Bright Young Women this morning, and I changed into warmer pajamas. These aren't like warm by any means, but I was in like shorts and a short sleeve shirt, and I just wanted to be in cozier pajamas because it's pretty cold. I put up our little like shade thing, so I'm just like looking outside at the gloomy day and the trees, and it's just so nice, and I just feel so good laying here right now. And I filmed a little like reel TikTok of just like this morning saying some days you just need to throw the whole Sunday reset out the window, and I think it's important for me to say that because I know I post about like my Sunday resets and how like that routine saves my life for the week and stuff, and it's just so important for me to share that some days you just need to do this too. I haven't done a morning like this on the weekend in far too long, like literally way too long. I can't even remember. While I share that my Sunday resets are very important to me and they help me prepare for the weekend stuff, sometimes doing that stuff though almost makes Sunday scaries worse because you're reinforcing and reminding yourself of the fact that like you're going back to work tomorrow by preparing for the week, if that makes sense. So when you just kind of like avoid it and just let yourself do whatever, you're not really thinking about it as much, so it's not like dwelling in your mind. And I don't know, just a little epiphany I had, but I just wanted to share that it's just as important to be lazy, have cozy mornings like this, because this is how you rest and recharge sometimes, and I definitely need to like schedule these in. But yeah, I just wanted to emphasize that, you know, like even me who loves my Sunday resets and stuff, I also have days like this, and I think it's so important to show these because I know that there's sometimes people I follow and I'm like, okay, it's crazy that you do all of this stuff all the time, and like you think that, but in reality like they probably aren't doing, you know, their crazy workout routine or their crazy day-to-day routine every single day 24/7. Like they definitely have to have days that are slower, but if they don't show that, it can make you just feel like, okay, am I not doing enough? But also you have to be in a place to where you're not like comparing yourself, you know, but I know it's kind of inevitable at times too. So I'm gonna keep reading. I stayed up pretty late. I ended up like going back and watching a lot of my old TikToks from last year. I don't know why. I was going to look for something and then I ended up just watching them for like an hour, and I don't know why I did. I was in a mood this past week where I was kind of like missing my past self like last year and this time last year, and just like the high I was on after like quitting my job and like getting married and stuff. I was just like, I don't know, it was just a totally different time, and it feels like a lifetime ago already, but I just wanted to like rewatch all that content, so that's what I was doing late last night. And then I read for about 30 minutes. I could have gotten so much reading done, but I just ended up choosing the rod on my phone, so it happens. But I'm glad I got the rotting on my phone out of the way, because now this morning I can just read.
Hey Siri, how much longer on the timer? Hey Siri, stop the asparagus timer.
Fold this last basket of laundry. Feels so good to have all the laundry done going into the week. But we toured the houses earlier, and the first house we saw was such a letdown, which was such a bummer because we felt pretty optimistic about it. But you just can't see some things in pictures, and it just definitely would have needed more work than we thought, and we just don't want to move into anywhere that needs a ton of work done. With what we've had to put into this house, I'm just like not wanting to put a ton of money into another house, or at least not having to, like, in order to make it a safe and livable home right out of the gate. I'm okay with doing things over time, like in 5 or 10 years, so we can save for it and stuff, but houses that need more immediate things done that are costly, like if it's like foundation work, which it's the first house, it seemed like it needed some done, and that kind of thing, I just don't want to deal with that. And then we saw a house that's a townhouse, but I didn't really want to move into another townhouse because we're kind of in one right now, and I like it. I just don't like that they don't usually have yards, but the one we saw was huge. It was like almost 2,800 square feet, which is massive, and it had 3 floors, which I don't really love that because that just makes things really complicated with cleaning and all that kind of stuff. And it actually had like a good sized yard, but the builders put all the windows in like the exact same spots for the units that are like next to it. So if you're like in the bathroom in the shower and the window for the shower is right there, It's directly across from the shower window for the one next to you. Instead of like altering the floor plans to make it to where that's not the case, which was interesting. There was one that Griffin went to an open house for last week that we absolutely loved, and it was amazing. I felt like it was an amazing price for how big it was and how much space it had, and it didn't need anything done, but it sold really quickly, which I'm not surprised because it was beautiful. We're just trying to be more proactive because I almost feel like we waited too long when we bought this house to start looking at houses and stuff, but we really didn't wait that long. I just feel like we were very rushed, but we had an apartment lease, so that like made things different and difficult. But I worked on editing my vlog from last week. I didn't really make it that far because my computer's just been so laggy lately with editing, and it makes it to where I can't get through a single clip without it like skipping over words I'm saying and stuff because it's lagging so bad. I need to figure that out because I thought I had it figured out, and apparently I don't, with the optimal editing settings and stuff for everything to be smooth, or maybe it's just my computer, I don't know. I'm gonna go into the office tomorrow because on Tuesday the maids that we use are coming. They were gonna come Friday, but because our paint was still possibly kind of wet, we just didn't want to risk anything in some spots, so they're coming on Tuesday in the afternoon, so I just want to be home for that. So I'm gonna go in tomorrow instead, which I don't love the whole idea of going in on a Monday, but it will actually maybe be nice because I feel like with having to work late in the evenings, breaking up the days I'm going in and not going like 3 days in a row, it won't feel as tiring, I'm hoping, this week. So I think it actually might be a good thing for me to break it up and give myself that day in between my days going in office so that it doesn't feel like a sprint. My camera's about to die, but it's 9:30 and I just got ready for bed, and I'm about to crawl into bed and read before going to sleep. And I just wanted to thank you all for watching this vlog. I'm gonna go ahead and end it off. So thanks for hanging out with me this weekend, and be sure to subscribe if you aren't already and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload, and follow me on my social media, linked down below. And thank you all for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next vlog.